Greetings. Welcome to NASCAR America Debrief. I'm your host, Nate Ryan, here with Kyle Petty, Steve Wittart.
We are two separate people.
Yeah. Yes, we are two separate people.
As they just showed on NASCAR America Motor Mouths, very two distinct personalities taking your phone calls and your comments and questions on the YouTube. We're on YouTube. You're watching us on YouTube. That little panel on the right.
On the
just
YouTube.
Type in comments. I'll be monitoring there. But we're going to start on the phones, and we're going to start with Bill from Iowa. Bill, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief. What you got?
How you guys doing today?
Good, right, Bill.
Good. Hey, I was just wondering if Newton will ever get a cup race.
Ryan Newman?
No, Newton, Iowa.
Okay.
I think that's what he said.
He said Newton.
Yeah.
He said Newton. I was just messing with him.
Well, you know, trivia question. You know who owns the Iowa track?
Who?
NASCAR.
Ding, 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 ding. So I'm thinking,
way!
Yeah, the only track that NASCAR currently owns. So I have a
That
sneaky
doesn't have a
suspicion.
track. That doesn't have a date.
So it doesn't have a date. So you know what? I don't know. Bill, it was right. I don't know the answer to that,
Yes.
but from what I've seen from XFINITY Racing,
Yes.
great show. I'd be all for
Yes.
it, right? Love more
yeah,
short
I
tracks.
would. Another short track. Yes, I would. I would be all for it.
Plus, all the stars would like it. All the
Yeah.
big name
All right.
drivers, the backstretch. Isn't there a runway right there?
Yeah. I'd be all for it. I think.
Yeah.
Fill it up.
I'm in.
Bill, you got our vote.
Yeah.
Bill, good work.
Thanks, man.
We were working on that 21 schedule right now. All right, let's go to James, also on the phone. James, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
I don't see
Oh, James is
I
gone.
see James.
James
That's
is
what I
gone.
say. I don't see James.
We lingered a minute too long. Ron, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Hey, Ron.
No, he's not there. Ron's not there.
Ron.
Let's go back to the
Listen, here's
Twitter.
what we're going to do.
Let's
We're
go back
not
to Twitter.
taking any more calls today. Okay? No.
Let's go back to the Twitter.
We'll go back to the Twitter.
Let's talk. Let's take some hashtag Let Me Say This leftovers.
Oh,
say
yeah.
this.
Okay. From Faith Thomas, how do you see the role of Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, and Daniel Suarez culturally changing the face of NASCAR? Big picture question. In the wake of Tiger Woods, who of course changed the face of golf.
Tiger Woods wins one flipping golf tournament in the last 10 years, and now all of a sudden we're going down another
listen, So here's what I'm going to
different
say. This is what I'm going to say. Do I have to say, let me say this? 'Cause
Yeah,
No,
let me say
let me say
only
this.
if you want to.
road. They have to
I
say this.
feel that Bubba Wallace and Daniel Suarez do have an opportunity
Yes.
to perhaps change the demographic of who watches NASCAR races, but you have to win on
Right.
Sunday.
Yeah. Right.
It's that simple.
Right.
And I'm not trying to be ugly when I
No,
say
no,
that, but
listen, I've
we
said-
had this conversation. Danica
Patrick could.
opened
That's right.
the door for a whole new NASCAR fan. And she is a great race car driver. She's a top 250 or top 500 in the entire world. Unfortunately, she was racing against the top 20 or the top 30. And my point is, if she could have won, then it would have moved. Go ahead. Danica, just look at it. Put him right in the convulsions.
No, because here's my point.
We even wrote Danica.
What Danica did was bring fresh eyes
That's great.
and new fans to the sport. The question is, since she didn't win, did they stay? And that's something we can't answer.
You can't answer.
Did they stay around? Did all these little girls that came to the sport to watch her, did they pick another driver after she was gone? I don't know that. We don't hear that story. We never closed the loop on that story.
Well, and here's
Daniel Suarez has an opportunity because I think he's a true talent. He has an opportunity to bring in a totally different demographic that we've never really even touched on in this sport.
Right.
Juan Montoya,
Right.
okay, was pitched as that guy, but he never touched that group.
Right. Won twice and
That's
never
right.
really had that.
But Daniel
transcendence.
has that opportunity because
Right.
Daniel has that personality. He just, the enthusiasm, the way he approaches the sport, I think he does. You know, Kyle Larson, he's an outlier a little bit because he's been here for a while and he's done what he's going to do.
Right.
Bubba has to do something, and they have to win races.
Name
and that's the main
a
thing.
star in any sport that controls the fan base
Yeah.
yet doesn't win.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of one.
None.
Right.
So why would NASCAR be any different?
Well, I feel I talked to Jeff Gluck about this after the race at Long Beach because we were talking about the Tiger factor, and we both said I feel like Bubba has the brashness. It's not just because he's African American.
Yeah.
I think he's got the personality.
That's right.
He's got that kind of dynamic. But as
generation.
you said on here a few weeks ago, what is it going to take for Bubba Wallace to win a new team?
A new team.
Unfortunately, that's as
I
blunt
mean, you
as
see
it
him.
goes.
He's I don't even know what he does. Play video games on Twitch or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, it's a generational thing.
It is a
why
generational.
I
It
think
is.
he has the opportunity.
Right.
He connects with my 15-year-old son. Right.
That's
Like,
exactly right.
That I
That's
don't.
what it's going to take. That's part of what it's going to take.
Let's go back to the phones and talk to Ron. Ron, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Thanks, guys. First for Krista, your lavender outfit is beautiful. And
We'll relay that message to her, Ron. When
There
we
must
see
be a
her next.
delay on your TV because she's not here.
All right, let's move on to Steve on the phone. Steve, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief. What you got?
Hey, this is for Kyle. Pontiac Silverdome in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
You in the dirt race.
Yeah,
with
man.
Joy Fair and
Joy
Charlie
Fair.
Swartz. Yes.
Joy Fair kicked butt, man. Joy Fair kicked butt. Joy Fair raced against my dad. That was myself, Buddy Baker, Neil Bonnet. Who else come up there? There were 5 or 6 of us.
David Pearson.
Yeah, there were 5 or 6 of us went up and raced in the Silverdome, man. Golly, it was fun.
And that's when I said you were the man, because you said you haven't run dirt very little, and you did a heck of a job that day.
And that was fun. I enjoyed that. That was fun. And that's when the NDRA dirt racing circuit, what it was at that time, they were going around to different places. Again, we're back to the conversation we had on Motor Mouse, and creating events. Creating events. We see monster trucks in stadiums. We see motocross in stadiums. They brought dirt racing to a stadium, and it packed that place, man. And it was really exciting.
Nothing defines the requirement of an event more than the All-Star game for any sport.
Yeah, exactly.
And my point is, they're all bad.
Yeah.
The NBA All-Star game is not fun to watch. Major League Baseball All-Star game, you know. The football, let's talk about the Pro Bowl. But my point is, they're all events, right? They have these other events around there. All the stars are there. There's a place to be.
Yeah. Let's, before we go back to the phones, let's go to YouTube for a comment. Matthew Todd, this is for you, Stevie. What's an average pit stop time these days, and will we see those crews get even faster? Can they continue to test the limits of physics?
Well, they're always going to get faster. I don't think there's huge chunks out there. I don't think they're going to be fined half a second. The requirement here is the equipment on purpose. They're trying to slow the guns down. I think a good pit stop time, from what I understand, is still sub 13 seconds. They're back into the high 12s, even with the slow guns.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're right back there.
Yeah. Is there any like time that they just said, okay, we can't exceed what a human body is capable of doing at this point?
No, but I think they have got to the limitations of the equipment. They know that the tire changes hand speed can only be so quick to actually tighten the lug nuts. But listen, there's always something to be gained. Fast is never fast enough.
Right.
My dad, you go out and make a lap. Hey, it's driving pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so we don't have to. Well, are you lifting? Yeah. Why are you lifting?
Yeah.
Well, if you're lifting off the gas, well, maybe we can be faster.
No matter where you're at.
Disconnect that part of the brain that tells you to lift. Back to the phones. Let's talk to Youngblood.
Oh, boy.
Youngblood, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Afternoon, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man.
We're doing well.
Is this Youngblood off Dog the Bounty Hunter?
No, sir, it's not.
Dang, man, I love that show.
I love you too, Kyle. Been a long time fan of yours.
Thank you, man.
What you got, Youngblood, besides your name? We need more.
I'm looking for somebody else to win besides the Gibbs and Penske car. I really want to see that 43 car there win at Talladega. How about any comments on that?
Okay. Who's going to win Talladega?
You know, I don't know who is going to win it, because this is the first race for this package, right?
First time for tapered spacer.
Yeah.
Restrictor plate.
Yeah.
The rules are wide open. I mean, I really think that he brings up a great point, right? So if you're a non-Penske, non-Gibbs team, do you put extra effort in Talladega? Do you maybe spend a little more time in the wind tunnel, whatever it is? I don't know. I'm gonna be tuned in and watching though.
Yeah, I think we've seen this package, and for me anyhow, is the short tracks be a little bit of an equalizer. We saw Chris Buescher have a great race Saturday night up there. So some of the lesser funded teams are able to run with them. I'm not going to say they can beat them, but they're able to run with them. Talladega may be a place where we've seen it in the past, man. Front row, people like that win races. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
If any track's going to break the Gibbs-Penske stranglehold, that's it. All right, question from YouTube from JD Rumble. We had him on earlier in the show, Ryan Newman. He wants to know, why is the number 6 team of Ryan Newman so competitive this year? Do we think it's more team, crew chief Scott Graves, or driver, or combination of both?
So I spoke with a lot of Roush Fenway executives in Daytona to kick the year off, and they were pumped. They were excited because they feel like the huge amount of change plays into the hand for the team that's behind. Yeah. Because now everyone has to start over. If you go back to Roush Fenway's success, great in the XFINITY Series when it was lower horsepower, a lot of wide open throttle. I think that Scott Graves is a nice addition coming from Joe Gibbs Racing. I think he understands that a little bit. And to be quite frank, I think that Ryan said that he feels a fish out of water, but in a track position type race, Yeah. I'll take him.
I'll take Ryan.
Because let me tell you, right, like he doesn't have just wide shoulders. He can make a car very wide, and that's a compliment.
Yeah, we saw Denny. It took Denny on Denny's in-car camera Saturday night. It took him 15, 20 laps here. But I'm going to say this. I think we've seen Ryan Newman in the 6 car, Kurt Busch in the 1 car. We've seen JTG. We've seen Ryan Preece and those guys. We've seen these teams close that gap with the guys that were getting outrun by last year. So it's got to be different driver, different team, but it's got to be the rules package
Well,
too.
it
And where
seems like
these
the
teams
rules
are.
has taken 25th place guy and really made him close to 10th, almost
That's right.
interchangeable.
Yes.
I'm not sure it has changed 9th to 1st.
No, I don't believe
but
that
it
has. I don't believe
packed
it has.
And to be quite honest, a healthier sport, I'm not sure if I need 9th to 1st to change as much as I like 25th to 10th
I want these
getting
guys
closer.
to be up here. That's right. I want to push
Go
the back up.
give Tad Geschecter at JTG something to sell.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Because he's a great businessman.
Yeah.
He'll go sell it.
All right, one more phone call here on NASCAR America Debrief. Let's go to, is it Lissa or Lisa?
No, it's
Welcome.
Yeah, Lissa.
Lissa, what you got? You're on NASCAR America Debrief.
Hi, guys. I love your show. Kyle, I was just curious. I love when you and Dale Jarrett are always talking about, like, the old days when your parents would take you to the track and there was, like, the Allison family and the Jarretts and but when was the first time that you realized, like, because you lived in that little bubble, that your father was Richard Petty?
You know what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true story. I've told this story before. I think I was 2nd grade, took a kid from elementary school, and my dad went to Greenville Pickens. Isaac, Pearson, all those guys.
Great short track.
Yeah, great. And it was dirt then, man. But it was cool. And this kid was just, oh my God, these are race cars. And I'm like, your dad doesn't have a race car?
I thought everybody did.
What the heck? I thought everybody had a race car. You know what I mean? So for me, honest to God, I remember that clear as day, that I thought everybody had a race car somewhere, did something.
Sure.
You know, we just were racing over here, doing that. It's funny what you think when you're in the 1st or 2nd grade or whatever, but that's when you really begin to think, okay, I live in a weird family. We do something totally different than everybody else. We don't just farm, we do other things. So it's probably about that.
All right. Well, good way to end it. Good question from Melissa.
Thank you.
As always, appreciate your phone calls, your comments. If you didn't get in this time, try again next week. Thanks again for watching NASCAR America Debrief.